the Back Row Wanderers with Mike and Liz, Ron and Sandy, Jeff and Shirley, and we are in Watkins Glen State Park in New York. We are staying here at the campground. The campground sites are beautiful, very large. It's also very hilly, so it's a little challenging sometimes. And we are trying to find the trail that will take us over to the Watkins Glen Gorge. So far, we're on a trail. Well, I don't know.
Because otherwise, are we in somebody's campsite? We're in somebody's campsite otherwise.
Okay, so here's take two to get to Watkins Glen. We decided to not spend time looking for a trail that we had no idea where it was and could not find on a map. And since 3 different people had 3 different directions, we hopped in the car. And we are going to the main entrance. Whoops, there I am. We are going to the main entrance of Watkins Glen Gorge. So we've come here to the Watkins Glen State Park entrance to the gorge. It is an overcast day, but as you can see, it's also very, very beautiful. We got here early because everything we have read says it's a crowded place, and if you want to come without crowds, you need to come early. There is a shuttle service from one end to the other during the summer months, but it's unfortunately not there. So we're gonna hike. And here is the first of our 19 waterfalls. This is called Century Bridge. Okay, we're going up the stairs to the Century Bridge. The trail is very well marked. It explains what you're seeing. Look at the waterfalls.
Poo stick, who's in for poo stick?
Poo stick. Oh, doesn't go very far. That's all right. Just shoot off the road.
And now we're going to walk right behind this waterfall. This is the Cavern Cascade. So we came up from the gorge trail right down below, and this is another access point that I think will take you up to Lover's Lane Lookout, and it will give you access to the North Rim Trail. So there are a few access points according to the map where you can access the gorge trail from either the North Rim or the South Rim Trail, depending on where you are. We're not going to go up there right now. We're going to go back down here, and we're going to continue on the gorge trail chasing more waterfalls. So we're getting a little bit dripped on here, little drizzles, overcast today. We're hoping to do this trail early so that if it pours down rain this afternoon, we will have seen the gorge trail, which is just phenomenal. One of the neatest trails I've ever seen. It is an easy trail to walk. It is very well maintained. There were people scooping off the leaves and the mud from last night's rainstorm. Thank you. Okay, so this is Glen Cathedral. You will notice the horizontal layers of sandstone and shale formed 380 million years ago. If you look down and observe the ripples of the rock you stand upon, they were created by wave action on the bottom of an ancient sea floor. So this is all part of the Glen Cathedral formation. It looks like a big cathedral with the sandstone.
Elven people.
And we have elfin people on the trail. Proof that we can do this. Even all 832 steps.
Go dwarves.
And we're going up the steps. This is the Central Cascade. This is the tallest waterfall in the park. It's 60 feet long, high, not long. So we're coming up here to another little waterfall, and I think we're really, really lucky that it rained yesterday, because look at the sheets of water just coming down off the side of the mountain. So I believe we're coming to Rainbow Falls, which is where the water cascades almost onto the trail. And you can see a beautiful series of tiny little waterfalls going down off the side. So up here we're coming to a very, very, very narrow part of the gorge called Frowning Cliff. The gorge here is so narrow that very few plants grow. You have a lot less vegetation in this area. And again, because we had rain last night, we're getting a little bit of drips into the gorge from up above the cliffs. So we passed the Mile Bridge right back there. If you go one direction, you get to the South Rim Trail, which will lead you indirectly back to the campgrounds. If you go the other direction, you can get to the North Rim Trail. If you continue on this way, you have about another half-mile walk to Jacob's Ladder. And here, I believe we have come to Jacob's Ladder, the end of the gorge. So we are coming up Jacob's Ladder. We come from way down there, up 180 steps, and we're almost to the top. They have a couple little benches. You can take a break if you need to.
They did what they could.
And the intrepid adventurers are almost done with the Gorge Trail. This is a beautiful place. So here we're starting on the North Rim Trail, also called the Indian Trail, and we're going to hike this rim trail overlooking the gorge back to the visitor center and the car. At this end of the trail, they have a restroom, a little snack shop, a little gift shop, of course, and parking. So here we go down this trail. This is a much kinder trail than the Gorge Trail, but it's beautiful. It is about a mile and a half long walk down to the visitor center. So we hiked up to the South Rim Trail, and we're going to go down the Couches staircase in just a second to pick up the Gorge Trail, which is right down below us. Here's the little town of Watkins Glen and the entrance to the Watkins Glen State Park Gorge Trail. This is where we came this morning, and we hiked quite magically with no one here in the park, hardly at all, up to the end of the gorge, came back along the North Rim Trail, which is right across the way. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hike the gorge again, just Ron and I, and come back along the South Rim Trail. Here we go, down the Couches staircase to get to the Watkins Glen Trail. Much easier going down than up. And we're going to continue to go down. Lots of steps on the Couches staircase. It is definitely a little bit more crowded here at 1:30 than it was at 7:45 this morning when we started our walk for the first time on the Gorge Trail. So we're going to leave the Gorge Trail and head up here to the South Rim Trail, and we're going to take this back to our campsite.